absolutely love that. So cute. These are so bad. You can see the London Eye and a little bit. My least favourite tube station in all of London. The nice little cosy corner. Now, why is this one of the most disliked, dare I say hated areas for people to come and visit if you live in London? Now, I am in the gorgeous Covent Garden, a little bit in the Camden, a little bit in Westminster across the two boroughs. An area that is famous for food, entertainment, theatres, and yes, eating out and everything in between. Is it one of those places that is just for tourists? I don't know. I mean, unless you were maybe born in the area, maybe you were brought up in the Covent Garden area, most people I would say that I've met over the last almost 20 years, obviously I'm only 21, but most people I've met or ever want to hang out with never ever want to come to Covent Garden. Why? Is it just another tourist trap with endless chain restaurants that you can get anywhere else? I don't know. Sunglasses on, because guys, it's sunny. It's actually the 1st of September today, and it's meant to be real feel of like 28 degrees, which I am all for, because I feel like we didn't have a proper summer. But yes, today we're going to explore Covent Garden. I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and a little bit in between. Now, I know a lot of you guys have probably heard of Covent Garden. I've vlogged it a few times, mainly at Christmas. But starting off, probably one of the main things that puts people off Covent Garden, they come once and never come again. Why? Because the tube station on the Piccadilly line, it has two options to get up from the lower ground or the underground up to street level. One is by the lift and the other is via stairs. But people don't realise that the stairs is 15 stories you have to climb, and a lot of people make the mistake the first time and last time they come here, they walk up, and then by the time they get to street level, they're over it. Oh, how cute is that little car? I'm going to be honest with you, I like this area, but if you live in kind of zone 1 to zone 3, most people don't really want to come here and hang out if you are a Londoner. I'd say most people here are tourists, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I actually think we're kind of missing out, and I was trying to encourage my friends to come to Covent Garden. I feel like maybe I should have put sun cream on today, but anyway, back in the 7th century, which let's be honest was a darn long time ago, this of course was all fields like the majority of London, but it actually was the centre of the Anglo-Saxon development. It wasn't quite London at this point, and within that it was inhabited by quite a lot of monks. There's a lot of history in this, I'm not going to go too much into it, but convent was the original name, and then it developed into Covent Garden, and I can't seem to understand why. So if anyone knows, do comment below. But like most places in London back in the day, it wasn't until around like the 1600s, and basically the royals acquired the land, standard, right, and flogged it to his mate, who was some posh earl, and the earl wanted to develop this area for wealthy people to come and live. And the world famous rectangle Piazza, Covent Garden Square, as you and I probably call it, was created. It is mad to think that, yeah, these were houses. Obviously, you've got a very nice Apple store, but this Italian-inspired, obviously it's been refurbed about 25 times, was at the core of the inspiration, bit of Italian vibes for you. And this square, or piazza, whatever you want to call it, was actually a huge move forward in town planning and, public space. Imagine living here, though. That's absolutely mad. But the wealthy, unfortunately, did not stay for long, because guess what? People got sick, lots of bad things were happening, terrible crime, and a significant amount of brothels. Right, now I've got your interest. Let's go and have a look. We've got this beautiful cobbled street, which is not so fun when it's absolutely lashing it down or it's frozen, as it is most of the time. In the UK, we have this gorgeous square with the world famous street performers, which have been here since the mid-1600s. They are approved, and I think they have 30-minute slots. Look at this, just a bit of fun, isn't it? And if you're lucky enough, you can get a spot at the Punch and Judy pub. I think that's had a refurb. Get a seat up there and watch the entertainment.
Thank you so much, Emma.
But is this all just for tourists? I don't think it is. I think it's a good bit of fun, especially at Christmas as well. And this area, mainly on the south side, which I'll take you around to, became a bit of a fruit and veg, well, very much a fruit and veg market, which a lot of people loved. But yes, in time, it kind of, like a lot of London, went a bit downhill. Everyone got a bit ill, crime started to materialise, and these haven't always been fancy shops. I think up until about, I'd say, 1970s, these were a little bit ropey-cokey. Comment below, guys. Does anyone remember? I'm pretty sure posh soaps and hand lotions were not here back even 20 years ago. It's taken a while. There's been quite a lot of money spent into the area, even in the early 2000s. I mean, I remember coming here, obviously I was only born 21 years ago, but I do remember it in the 90s. And like, it was okay. It was good for a bit of a mooch, walk around for those Americans watching, mooch. And now it's kind of like really expensive. I would say not really any independents. Back in the day there were a lot more, but I think this might come down to potentially the price of the rent. You got your Penhaligons, posh smelly things, and even more expensive chocolates. Oh, who's that meant to be? Am I being stupid? Who's that? Comment below. I mean, there's usually a queue outside Ben's Cookies. It's really weird. It is busy, but it's not that busy. Right, let's scoot into here. So yeah, you've got basically 3 rows within this huge market area and a lot of chains. Even, yeah, Chanel Beauty over there on the right. I like it at Christmas. Remember guys, subscribe because I will be showing you Christmas in London again for the third year, 4th year. Can't remember how many years I've done it now, but they always have really cool decorations. It's a nice little magical walkthrough. But on the outskirts, I feel like there's less than there used to be. There are these market stalls, everything from artwork, jewellery and clothing. And you have got, yeah, buns and buns, very commercial food places. Quite a lot of beauty brands as well. You can see Tom Ford in the distance there. This is not market stall prices either. And this area in here, Apple Market as an example, was put here permanently, so there was consistency for people to come and shop. Yeah, around 1830 onwards was when all of this became a little bit more permanent. It's like a typical area in London. I know I've been doing these videos for a few weeks now. 1600s, they tried to make it posh. The posh people came in. By the end of the 1600s, everyone had gone because they've all got like God knows what diseases. Different artwork, jewellery. Yeah, it's kind of what you expect, but I don't think it's too expensive, to be honest with you. Look at that, 3 little cars pictures there for £10, and I think you can pay, yeah, most of them have got card machines as well. I often get asked if this is similar to Camden Market, and I would say no, not at all. Very, very different. It's a little bit more, I'd say gifty here, a little bit more, I don't know, a bit more twee. Camden's a little bit more, I don't know, could do with a scrub. I used to live in Camden. I love it really. I've done a few videos on Camden. But yes, lots of independent sellers along here. And then you've got, like I said, the big brands on the sides. And I mentioned the posh shops, but as I pop around here, we also have quite a lot of posh cafes and restaurants as well, and a big queue as well for Lauderé. But what gorgeous buildings. Obviously, they've been refurbed a few times. Some things have crumbled and got destroyed over the years, but it definitely feels very authentic. A little bit of seating up the top there on the left. Get your macaron and your coffee. It's just, I think, a nice little walk around. Around near the spot Punch's puppet show was first performed here, aka Punch and Judy, 1662. Wow, that was a long time ago.
After painting is my warm up and check the window. Today is very windy.
A lot of outdoor seating. Oh, look at this. We're in the South Hall now. Like I said, there's 3 rows basically. Look at the little clouds. They've got a bit of an art installation. Oh my gosh, I feel like my nieces absolutely love that. So cute. But yes, lots and lots of dining. You're not gonna go hungry, guys. Just broke. Because they're not the cheapest places. I mean, you got Shake Shack, to be fair. But yeah, to my earlier point, look, there's going to be people in the comments being like, that's not true, Hannah, but I would say majority of people who live in London, who aren't, like I said, from this exact area, they honestly roll their eyes. When you're like, let's go to Covent Garden, they're like, oh my gosh. They think it's like a glorified Leicester Square. Haven't seen that video? Go and watch that video. I really like it. I think there's loads to do. You don't have to spend a ton of money at all, really. You can just bring a drink with you and go for a wander. It's busy, but it's not that busy, which is weird. It's a Sunday afternoon. I think it's about 2 o'clock now. I usually film on a Saturday. I wanted to get like a real feel. Very quickly, guys, incoming rant. Did you just completely waste your Saturday a few weeks ago? Because I did, aka Ticketmaster a la Oasis, or Noasis. Did you get tickets? I didn't. I'm fuming, I'm in a bad mood. That's why I was like, I'm gonna come out, go somewhere positive, put myself in a good mood. I don't understand, like there should have been a ballot. Anyway, the prices, 300 plus pounds. They said they were 150, all a con. Anyway, I love Oasis, I will forever. Maybe they'll do some extra dates. But anyway, back to the video. Not annoyed at all. This video is all about good vibes. So yeah, the Punch and Judy, established 1787, that pub over there, little entrance. It's just cute, isn't it? And across the way we have the world famous Royal Opera House. Absolutely stunning. You do not have to have a ticket to go up to, there's a bar on this top bit here, by the way. You do not need a ticket, you can just go in as long as it's not full and buy yourself a little drink, little beveragino. Right, what have we got over here? One of these darn rickshaws blasting Taylor Swift. We do have the Drury Lane Theatre. And in the corner you do have the Transport for London Museum, which honestly is apparently amazing. I don't think I've been there for a very long time, but look at that gorgeous facade. It's a bit backlit, guys. I'm not used to the sun being out. God, I bet that's a bit fluffy and warm to sit in today. Guys, it's absolutely roasting. I'm loving it. But being a very heavy theatre district, I think there's like 13 theatres or something like that, and over 90 pubs and restaurants. Google tells me anyway, it must be right. We do have, like I said, Drury Lane, they're playing, got Frozen on there. It's actually a very good show, I really like it. I'm a bit biased. Drury Lane is the one theatre in the world that has consistently had a show, which is quite interesting. It is a beautiful, I mean beautiful theatre. Let's not get run over. Can't go anywhere. Look at that. These are so bad. Obviously all the parents or the people who are coming out of Frozen are gonna get hit. Or maybe this is just where they hang out, I don't know. Maybe this is where they all go for like a lunch break. How bizarre. But anyway, as we pan across, there are so many restaurants. Like I've not been to obviously majority of them, well, Bowden's. There's lots of chains, lots of independents, but I love the buildings. I love the mismatch, the different colours. I really genuinely love the architecture around this area. Also, Starbucks. I just paid £2.35 for this bottle of water. That's a lot, right? That's mad. Also, the lid fully comes off, so where's this bottle come from? Definitely not Europe. Anyway, it's nice and chilled. Probably should have got a drink in here. Lots of fun history. Right, let's go up to the bar quickly. I'm glad that there is some level of cool. I don't think there's aircon in here. Guys, it is really nice and warm. I've got this probably, it's the last time that I'm not going to be wearing jeans and a jumper. I'm hoping we have what we call an Indian summer, where it is warmer all of September. Right, I wasn't walking up 5 floors. Let's have a quick scoot. I know you guys all want to see the Piazza, am I saying that right? Got a little bit of a private event going on the left, but there's an enclosed bit. I'll show you a better view in a second. Let me just scoot through. Ooh, busy, busy. Oh, lots of nice drinks. There is a little bit of an outside section through here. You can see the London Eye and a little bit of the square. Sorry, it's a smidge busy for me to show you more than that. But yeah, if you're lucky, you might get a bit of a pew. It's hot in here. What a glorious day to come and do this video. But yeah, we haven't got any pop-ups. Usually there's a lot of pop-ups here, different brands, usually beauty brands along here. Oh, definitely don't wear heels if you're walking along here. The cobbles are very cobbly. Now, here's a question for you. Obviously everyone watching this is super young, but it was 1970-ish. I think cars used to still go along here, and it got a little bit mad, and they basically made it pedestrianised, which I think was much needed. I couldn't imagine the carnage around here, but definitely a good one for a walk around. And speaking of which, this is where you want to walk around, because there'll be different street performers all through the day. I think it's like a 30-minute slot every hour, 30 on, 30 off. Always fun to go and watch. Some iconic red telephone boxes, and just some good photo ops, to be honest. We've got some posh shops along here. My gosh. Different watch brands. I've never really noticed this. Gaucho. So things have got a bit premium. The big brands are officially in Covent Garden, and of course you've got many, many, many pubs. You're not going to go more than a few steps without being able to buy a pint. But I still do like all these little like trolley things that they have dotted around with maps. And I do have to show this bridge that connects. It's the back of the Opera House. I think of another building, can't remember, but it's so cool. I love it. But I think this little strip here kind of shows the reason why a lot of people in London don't love Covent Garden as much as they used to, because it's all the big brands that you can get, you know, at your Westfield and Regent Street, etc. And there aren't many independents, but I'm going to try and show you some down by 7 Dials. This is probably my least favourite tube station in all of London. Covent Garden, it is mad. Always get the lift, but you can also walk very quickly from Leicester Square. Leicester Square to here, I think it's like, I'll put up on the screen, only like a couple of 100 metres, and it's the shortest distance on the whole of the London Underground from one station to the other. So if you're going to do a single journey, don't, just walk. It's only around the corner. A lot of people do come from Leicester Square. I think I had not noticed how many of these things are everywhere in London. They really do need to do something about it. I'm not being a snob, I just think they're awful and they rip everybody off. But anyway, on to more positive things. Oh, Russell and Bromley. I'm not going to look in there. They have great handbags. What have we got? Zara. Oh, come on, camera. And all of those nice things. Yeah, there's only been like 2 units as well. If you watch some of my other videos, I've been highlighting how many closed stores there are. But that doesn't seem to be the case for Covent Garden. It's quite the contrast. Yeah, I think I've seen 2. There's so many ice cream shops. I really want to get an ice cream. I am annoyed. I don't understand how there weren't enough tickets for everyone. Like, I just wanted Wembley. I didn't care. I'd go on my own. Anyway, did you get tickets to Oasis? If you did. Actually, I don't want to hear it. Don't comment. It's going to make me sad. Okay, anyway. Oh, they have a Genki here. Genki, is that how I say it? That's the place that I went to in Selfridges, and they do amazing matcha drinks. Now, as I wander down Neal Street, there is so much history and so many shops and little roads. I will try and show you a few of my faves. It's getting a bit busier down here, isn't it? But it's not, oh, kicking off. It's not as busy as I thought it would be. I think everyone's down the pub. And sometimes when I make these videos, it makes me be a lot more observant than usual. Nobody's Child Space NK. I mean, Itsu's been there ages. It's all the big brands. When I was younger, oh, this bottle is really annoying. I should have bought a backpack. But when I was younger, which was a while ago, there wasn't all of these big brands. Not that I remember. I remember there being lots of like second-hand shops. There is a little street down here that I'll try and remember to go to. But yeah, it wasn't necessarily all of the big, I don't want to say chains, but yeah, the mass brands. Mango, Lola's Cupcakes, Doc Martens. Wasn't the vibe I was going for. Anyway, Urban Outfitters, that's been there for a very, very long time. But anyway, Crown and Anchor, beautiful, 1904, very nice. Comment below, what's your drink? I'm into rosé with ice cubes. I know that's not really very classy. Okay, right, I'm gonna do something. You see any ice cream van that doesn't have any prices on at all, you are going to get well and truly bent over. £5 for a single flake. Oh, that's a lot of money. Gone are the 99p. That's too much. £5, that's too much money. But yes, you're gonna get done. Comment below, guys, how much is a 99 flake this summer where you are? I think we did this last year. Anyway, well, we've got Humble Crumble. I've never bothered to queue for that at Borough Market, but yeah, that is the popular dessert place. Is it like a little, look at that. I've never seen somewhere where you've got the chip and pin machine on the outside wall. How does that not have a queue? I feel like people don't realise this is here. Genuinely confused why there's not a queue here, but regular £6.50. I'll try and remember to put up on the screen what it looks like. Very yum indeed. We do have the 7 Dials Market. Weirdly, I was just chatting to some other people. Why is it closed? It's a massive food market. It's a bit of a shame. But yes, if you're ever in the area, it's really bad because I just recommended someone to go there and it's closed. Now I feel really terrible. Right, so where are we? We are on the yellow dot, and this whole area is 7 Dials Market. It's an inside food hall, grab and go, lots of seats. That's also where the cheese conveyor belt is, which I wanted to show you, but hey, don't worry, I'll show you again. But we're gonna go up to this very famous area. Look at this. There are 7 spokes. 7 roads coming off of this. Gosh, I'm just going to put my sunglasses on and keep them on for a minute. But why has it got 7 little roads off of it, looking like a bit of a star? Because the developer back in the day wanted to maximise the number of buildings and homes, dwellings, whatever you want to call them, for the money and make the most amount of profit for the land that they had. So they put 7 little roads in. I mean, obviously they weren't going to get planning permission for just a massive block. But yeah, now it's very famous. It's nice to come and have a look. You have Matilda, the show, that's been there for a very long time. I've not seen Matilda. Apparently it's very good. And yeah, and then it gets a little bit more premium again. You've got your posh Fred Perry. I think Barber have just opened some different concept store. There's a lot of guys, a lot of male shops around here, a bit edgy. There are also quite a lot of premium second-hand, like really premium second-hand, or thrift stores as you would call them. Maybe, I find it really hard to film inside those little shops, but I'll try at some point, maybe in autumn. But yes, no discount stores down here. You've got, nice denim stores. Oh, this is where Odd Muse is. Of course, there's a pub every few doors. Heaven forbid. Oh my God, look at the doggy. Look at the doggy. He must be boiling, little fluffy thing. Lots of women's stores. Yeah, Odd Muse. Maybe I'll pop in there at some point. Long gone are the days of Seven Dials being at the centre of being very famous for crime and gross diseases. Instead, you can get yourself a little Our Delicious designer ice cream. Oh guys, I haven't got glasses on. There is obviously a sundial at the top that tells you the time of the day or whatever, I don't know. I can't read it, sorry. Wafts of nice smells. What shop is that? That's got to be one of these posh smelly stores. Anyway, look at this above. Come on camera. Neal's Yard. And the great reveal of Neal's Yard. Very famous because of the colourful buildings. A nice little cosy corner. Lots of places to get a drink for brunch. And you've also got Neal's Yard Remedies, the famous, is it skincare brand? I guess you would call that skincare brand in the corner there. Ethical, organic, home and beauty. But yeah, it's just really nice, little pocket. It reminds me a little bit of East London. Outdoor seating, which is great when you're in the UK, but it's beautiful today. I did read that these are all independent, 26 grains, the Barbary next door. And this is where I think it was filmed and recorded there, Monty Python. There we go. Oh, this pizza place smells amazing on the corner. I'm trying not to film people too much. I love all these little streets. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it is a bit touristy. I don't really care. I think it's fun. And it's always better when the sun is shining. I have never noticed that before. What time is it? Is there some, I think it's 4 o'clock, so I think it might be wrong, but I know what time it is. It is time that you gave this video a thumbs up. My stats told me that about 48% of you guys watch my videos. Oh my gosh, that was a bit uneasy, that road. 49%, 48% of you guys watch this on a TV. So quickly, you can do it on your remote. You go up and across. I would really, really appreciate it. I'm really sweaty. I'm really sorry. It's the only problem when you film in 4K. You get to see everything. Right. Neal Street is nice and busy. This is like a nice flow of crowds, but definitely not as busy as I thought it'd be. Maybe people are just waiting to go and buy some autumn bits. I don't know. Let's have a mooch down here, and I do like the signs. I don't know why they're so big compared to other signs. Neal Street, 7 Dials, London Borough of Camden. This is formerly King Street, it said. I didn't know that. Birkenstock. I love my Birkenstocks. I don't care. I know they're very millennial. I love them. Oilenstein, yeah, so you haven't got really those independent places as much now, which is a shame. Yes, I would agree now, actually, now we've probably walked around, not all the streets, but most of them. A lot of it is stuff that you can get generally at other shopping centres, your Westfields, but I do think there's a healthy amount of other things. I would like to see more independents and little brands. I know I'm going on like the main roads, but I can only assume it's because the rent must be wild in Covent Garden. There are a lot of really good shops for like socks and menswear, a lot of good stuff, but not the cheapest at all. I think I just like the vibes of it. It's positive, lots of colourful kind of wooden shop fronts. And down Neal Street, I would say, look, it is a bit touristy. You have got quite a lot of like second-hand and little knick-knack shops. But hey, do you know what? Why not? Who cares? And earlier I did actually pass the oldest restaurant in London, which was beautiful. I definitely need to update my restaurant list. And I'm just passing the astrology shop. That looks a bit fun. I can smell lots of aromas coming from there. The UK's oldest Punjabi restaurant. Yeah, do you know what? I love that they've painted the bricks. It looks super fresh. I don't remember it being quite this aesthetically pleasing, if I'm honest with you, last time I came here. You are never too far from a watch house coffee. It seems to be like the new Starbucks. And a rickshaw blasting out a bit of Nickelback. Who doesn't like Nickelback? They say they don't like them, they're lying. Right, let's scoot down here. Now, just to clarify from my comments today, I love a chain restaurant, all right? I love Pizza Express. I love fast food, all right? Nothing wrong with it. But I think Covent Garden generally, historically, was a bit more independent, wasn't it? It had a little bit more like, I don't know, curation, a little bit more, something a bit special. And no doubt there is still tons and tons within the area. I'm just gonna scoot up Long Acre. That looks really cute. I think I'm gonna have to buy some food. I don't think I've got anything at home. Floral Court, let's go. Here we go, WC2. You have got a couple of places to eat out, and you've got the little patio area that is Petersham Nurseries. This elephant. But yeah, you have the deli over here, and it says the summer tasting menu is £100. Oof. Right, can you not fall off of this wall? That would be great. But yes, there we go, guys. My personal battery is on 18%, and I think I'm on about 12%. I'm tired, I'm not gonna lie. But yes, I usually make videos on a Saturday, but I didn't want to make one yesterday. But anywho's, I hope you enjoyed that little walk around. Should this be one of the most hated places in London? I don't think it should. I think it is fabulous, and I always sing praises about Covent Garden. I think it's lovely. It's got good vibes. Just don't wear heels. You don't need to be dressed up. It's pricey brands. I mean, I'm looking at NARS, yeah, Monica Vinader, Jo Malone, like really lovely, lovely brands. It's not the cheapest place to come shopping, but it's nice for a mooch. So you've seen lots of places to sit outside. It's probably going to be, you know, it's a £7.50 kind of pint place, all right? Use that as the benchmark. But anywho's, I hope you enjoyed this walk around. It probably was a bit of a shorter video looking. I thought I'd filmed loads, but I don't think I have. But I hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying to do, I don't know, you've probably noticed the last few weeks, I have a bit of a play on some of these things that people are positive or negative about and spin it on its head. Anyway, just my view, my channel. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. I'd really, really appreciate it. Subscribe for more. I think I've got like 215,000 followers now, which is quite good. So thank you very much. Really do appreciate your time. But I am waffling as per usual, but I'm consistent. You've got to give me that. I'm gonna put my sunnies on. I'm gonna see how far I can walk, and then I'm gonna get a cab, not gonna lie. I'll see you every Friday at 6 p.m. Bye, guys.